Melissa. Hope you are doing well. Today is November 30th, 2024, the last day of November, and I cannot believe it. I feel like this month has completely flown by, and the year, in a way, has flown by. I feel like it was just the other day I started on my GLP-1 in February, and I can't believe that it's been as long as it has. I just wanted to pop on for a quick update post-Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving went really well. I actually wasn't tempted by a lot of things. It was just kind of a relaxing day, and my family went to Churchill Downs in Louisville, and we had Thanksgiving there. So I loaded my plate with turkey and ham first and foremost, because that's the most important, right? Protein. And then I just added a little spoon of, I guess they were like the green bean casserole. I put on a dollop of stuffing because that's always been one of my favorites. And they had some kind of quinoa salad with fruit, and I put that on there. I think that was it. First thing, of course, that I went for was the protein on my plate. I did post a picture of my plate on this platform, so you can check it out. And it was just kind of a subconscious thing. You know, I was like, okay, I'm gonna put just a little bit here because I don't know how much I'll be able to eat. And I didn't want to take too much, just because, for the simple reason, I didn't want to waste food. Normally, it would have been, well, then I'm going to be forced to eat it all if, you know, I can't finish it, and I would just feel like I had to eat it later and clean my plate. That mentality that we've all had, and that was not the case. I did leave a little bit of food on my plate, and it didn't bother me. I was actually like, oh, look, I didn't even eat everything that I put on there, which wasn't much. So I did go back later on and had a little bit of a salad. It was just some lettuce, a little bit of cheese and dressing. And I did have a spoon of sweet potatoes because I had not had that yet. And then that was it. So later they put everything up, and they had some cookies left over, and I went and had a drink. That's fine. Some people may not. I don't usually drink. I may have a glass every once in a while, but usually I'm not a drinker. So I had a glass about like this big, and they didn't have anything else there. I knew I was going to need something with the alcohol just so it would help absorb it a little bit in my stomach. So they had an oatmeal raisin cookie, and you know what? I had a cookie, and it wasn't that big of a deal. The thing I feel like to remember is that you cannot limit yourself, right? You can't limit yourself, because if you do, that's where you're going to get in trouble. If you limit yourself, you're telling your brain that you can't have something, and the natural instinct is to want it, and then you're going to go overboard, and you're going to eat it, and you're going to eat more, and you're going to eat more, and you're going to have this whole cycle. So I had the cookie, and I didn't feel bad about it. I was like, I can enjoy this cookie. I think before we got there, I had I think it was a protein bar just to tide me over until we got there. So I had already gotten in a little bit of protein, and then had that food, and I wasn't really hungry. I just kind of ate slow, enjoyed the meal, enjoyed talking to people, enjoyed watching the races, and that's it. It was nice. So that is totally different being on a GLP-1 than before, because before I would have just ate it, and then I would have went and ate more. I would have put a crap ton of food on my plate, and this time I did not, because I didn't need to. I wasn't obsessed with food. Food to me, I'm very impartial about now. So I'm really thankful for the GLP-1s, because it's really helped change my mentality about food. But for those people that are like, you know, this is Thanksgiving, I'm going to eat whatever I want, you know, I'll feel bad about it later, or consequences be damned. Make sure that you get your head right with food, because it's so important. There's a lot of work to be done, and holidays are not a free-for-all. It doesn't give anyone the excuse to eat a bunch of crap. You need to recognize what you're putting in your body. And if you have not worked on your mindset and your relationship with food, that is something I really encourage you to work on, because I feel like it is so important. I constantly am working on it because I want to learn as much as I can about the food and the brain and the relationships and how things work, so I can always try to be better about it. Food is food. It's just there. Now I am cautious and more aware. I feel like that certain foods are a sometimes food, or, oh my God, if I ate that, that's really going to make me feel bad, and I don't want to feel bad. So it's very easy now than it was before when I am looking at food. You pass by food, you're not thinking about it anymore. It's just there. It's a thing. It doesn't hold any value anymore. It doesn't hold excitement or joy. It's just something that, you know, you put in your body. I mean, the change in mindset for me has been incredibly amazing. Very eye-opening for me to not be able to think about food all the time, and in turn, with not thinking about food all the time, I can actually work on my relationship with food. And you can still go, as you saw my plate, I had a little bit of stuffing, I had some of the green bean casserole. You can still have those things, and as you should, because this is real life. This is normal life. And if anybody ever gets off of a GLP-1, for starters, you always want to retrain your body the healthy way and healthy mentality of eating, if you're on a GLP-1 or not. Secondly, being on a GLP-1, if you do come off eventually, or you try to come off, you want to have those food behaviors and mindsets already in place before you're off of it. Let that GLP-1 receptors work for you with your food noise. Work on your relationship with food while you have the ability to do so. So if you do come off and the food noise does come back, you know, okay, that, you know, that's going to make me feel like crap. This is going to actually nourish my body. I need that protein first. I can have that later, but I'm also going to have it in a smaller portion than what I used to. All those things are going to help set you up for success. And that's the way I am now. I did look for a salad size plate, like an 8-inch plate, but they did not have them. They had the full size plates there. When I have the opportunity, I go for that salad size plate, not the dessert plate, because that's really small. But it's also reminding you that portions matter, size matters, what you put in there matters. So I'm going to run into the store and I will be back. Hey everybody, sorry, I'm back. Back to portion sizes that we were talking about. I think it's really important to kind of train your mind in a way that this is normal for me. This should be a normal size plate, and I can put things on there that I want. But we are so used to, as a society, having large everything. And I think that's also contributed to why America has such an obesity epidemic, is because everything is supersized. You know, and you remember McDonald's, they used to have everything. Do you want to supersize that? No. And wanted more. And we need to retrain our bodies that we don't need that much of a food. And if we do have that much of a food, it is going to be healthy. It's going to nourish your body. And I think that that's what matters. So going into the holidays, just be mindful. Use your GLP-1 medication. Don't skip it. Don't wait until the next day and you're just going to go hog wild. If you're going hog wild, you're not ready for this. You're not ready for a GLP-1. You're not ready to change your life. If you can sit there and look at that food and say, I'm going to eat whatever I want, as much as I want, I'm going to stuff myself, you need to work on your mindset first, because you are not ready and you will not succeed on this GLP-1. You need to prepare for that. It's important. So work on your relationship with food. You can do it. Everyone can do it. It just takes time and